Hi everyone, so today I'm going to do my June beauty favourites. So I've got quite a few things to get through. One or two things I may have mentioned before, but they're definitely still worth a mention because I absolutely love them. So I do hope you enjoy watching. Oh, first of all as well, if you notice my nails, as they are pretty eye-catching, I have actually got the tutorial up on the main channel. The link is in the description bar and it is pretty simple to do, but I just think that it's a nice look, you can see there. Anyway, back to the video. So the first thing is the Redken, and this is called Guts 10, which is a really horrible word. I don't think it's nice anyway. But it's the it's the volume spray foam. Struggling to say that for some reason. I'm obsessed with big hair. If I can, it's not kind of crazy big, but I do like to have a little bit of volume because I have a slight flat bit on my head. I don't know, maybe I'm just paranoid. So I like to kind of give myself a little lift so that that little bit can't be seen as much. It's probably just in my head, but you know, stupid things that you think of. Anyway, so I really like this. What I'll do is I'll apply it to damp hair. I section it basically from ear to ear across the back, and then I'll just do a spray across there, ear to ear across the top, and then I'll spray it there, and I just section it a couple of times and just spray it directly into the roots. I do brush it through a little bit and then I just blow dry it, and I do try and blow dry it with volume. So this just is a good spray to keep the volume into your hair throughout the day. It smells kind of fairly unisex and it is an overall good product. I think it's about £10 something. The next product is something that I mentioned a while ago. I think I mentioned it in one of my haul videos. So it is the Clinique Take the Day Off. This is the cleansing balm. I absolutely love cleansing balms. I just think, well, particularly I love the RMK one, which is the one that smells like rose. It's a really nice scent. But anyway, I like the idea behind them, just the fact that I can put them straight over makeup and they'll start working to dissolve the makeup and get rid of it. I have to be honest though, compared to the RMK one, this one does generally need a double cleanse. So what I normally do is I'll either take my makeup off with a baby wipe or like, yeah, makeup wipe of some type. Oh, that rhymed. But I'll normally take it off then and then use this. But sometimes, to be honest, I really can't be bothered. So I will use this twice, and it just, the RMK one, just for a side note, it generally takes the makeup off, including waterproof mascara, on the first go. But this one does need kind of, for you to do it, remove it, and then do it again, and it does definitely take everything off, but it just leaves your face feeling really clean, and it is a fairly straightforward process. So that is that. The next thing, I'll go on to my perfume. So this is Versace Woman. It's an absolutely gorgeous scent, and you know what, it's horrible to describe scent because all you can say is that how nice it is, but I'd say it was kind of fairly modern, fairly fresh. I don't know if I'd say it was fruity. I feel maybe it's slightly fruity, but it's such a nice scent that it is worth looking into. And you know what, I think it's only around £20 because it seems to be one of those ones that's kind of going into a clearance now. I bought it from Boots and it was £20 then. The next thing is something that I have done a review of it on my blog, which is the Pearl Drops Everyday White. I bought this on a whim. Normally I buy which ones are they, like the Colgate ones or the Aquafresh, just the typical toothpaste from Asda or whatever. But when I was at the toothpaste aisle, I actually saw that this was £1. It was on offer, so I thought, well, I'll try it because Pearl Drops is typically quite expensive. Well, not expensive, but more expensive than other brands, so I thought I'd try it and see what's what. But obviously you'd probably get less than like an Aquafresh tube, now I'm thinking of it, but it doesn't matter. I do believe that it really did help to whiten my teeth. I don't drink any coffee or anything like that, I don't like it, just for reference, but I find that I have got a little bit of staining and I definitely do think that it's helped with that. So actually I've checked and it's back on, it's only £1.99 full price, but it's actually back on offer in Asda as of this week. So this is actually a new one that I bought, but I do really like it and recommend it. And then I'll get on to the fun bit, the makeup. So I have been using this foundation. Actually, you can see I'm down to kind of here on it. So this is the MAC Matchmaker foundation. The colour I've got, I think, is 1.5. Now, this foundation, the idea behind it is that the pigment, it's kind of 50% of foundation pigment and 50% almost like a blank. So what it means is it kind of lets your natural colour come through as well, so it's not a complete full coverage. Now I would say that this is pretty good coverage on its own, but basically the colour kind of works with your natural skin to a certain extent. But I do really like this. I do think it's a little bit more coverage than maybe what I'm normally used to, because to be honest, I only really need coverage on my kind of chin sort of area. So for that, it probably is a little bit too much for that. But I do really like it, and I like the finish of it as well. It's not kind of too dewy, which is not good for my oily combination skin. The next thing is the Revlon Colour Burst. These are the lacquer balms. And actually, I forgot what the name of this one is. It is Demure. The reason why I like it, actually, if I put my other hand in the shot, I've got spray tan all over my hand as per usual, but I don't know if you'll be able to see it there. Of course you can. If you can kind of imagine what it would be like, the colour itself is just a really natural sort of, it just makes the lips a little bit like a sort of a slight milky pink sort of colour. Obviously you can see it quite a lot in my hand, but on my lips it's just like one of those your lips but it better sort of colours. But I really like that. Then I wanted to mention something that I've absolutely completely bashed in the past, which is the MAC Paint Pot in Bare Study. So this is the one, if I bring it closer without the shine, you can see it's kind of like a pearlescent sort of colour. So the reason why I kind of complained about it is I don't really think that the colour on its own is pigmented enough to wear just as an eyeshadow on its own. But I've really been enjoying wearing this underneath the Naked One palette, because I think that all of the colours in that palette really kind of complement it and suit it. So that's that. The next two things I know I've mentioned before, but I just don't care because I feel like they are worth mentioning. I'm just arranging them so you can see them. So we've got the Soap and Glory Archery. This is the brow tint and precision shaping pencil. And then we've also got the Maybelline Brow Drama. I like the pencil from the Archery. I'm not that keen on the brow tint itself, but I think the pencil, the colour, which is in brownie points, is spot on for a kind of like a medium toned brown hair colour. I just think it's perfect for that. It's a perfect type of tone. It's kind of not too warm. It's more of an ashy colour, which is more natural looking. And the Brow Drama I just absolutely adore, more than I really thought I would. This is like a mascara, so you just brush it over your eyebrows and it just sets them in place. It does make them a little bit kind of hard, but when do you ever touch your eyebrows? I would judge you if you touched your eyebrows. I'm only joking, you can do what you like, but there's no real need for you to touch your eyebrows, so that shouldn't really bother you. Well, it doesn't bother me anyway. So that's that for those two. Definitely, if you were going to get either of them, then I would say get Brow Drama, because I really do think it's changed my eyebrows. Some of the ones that kind of like to go the wrong way, it just keeps them in place and keeps them in line with the rest of them. So the final thing is from my MAC blush palette, and the colour, this is actually broken, which annoys me, but that's no relevance to this video. The colour is the bottom left one, and it's called Gingerly. If I just kind of tap it, you should be able to see the colour. If I put it on my hand, you can see the kind of colour that it is. It's just a really nice kind of like, it's not really a brown, it's not really an orange, it's somewhere in between the two of those. But I really like the type of colour that it is. I like that it's a matte finish, because I can always add highlighter and shimmer and whatever else I want to do. But the shade is just really, it's kind of a little bit of a contour as well, I think, from where you kind of place it. But I just think it's a really flattering shade and I really like it. Oh, just for reference, because you may want to know, the other colours, we've got Peaches, Pincho Peach, and that popular pink one that everyone likes, which I now can't remember what the name of it is, just in case you wondered anyway. well dressed, that's it. I don't really like well dressed, that's a side note. I don't really like well dressed because I think it's too light, it's too pale. I'm quite pale, but I consider it to be too pale. That's that. Gone off on a tangent like usual. Do hope you've enjoyed watching the video. Maybe it's give you some ideas of things that you might want to buy. Let me know what you think if you've tried any of the products. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you could, that would be ace. Also, links to Twitter, Instagram, my blog, Facebook, they're all in the description bar. Don't forget to check out that nail tutorial, you know you want to. I just really like it at the moment. And thanks very much for watching.